Hi everybody, Jo here again. Each month we have our Lavinia Creative Challenge and you could win a £40 voucher to spend at Lavinia. And this month the theme is Flower Spirits. I love flowers, I love florals, but also we've got all our sort of lovely fairies, imps, pixies that are related to flowers. So it's a good time to have a look through and stash and see what you've got. And when I was looking, I came up with Bella. And I thought at the minute here in the UK, we've got the gorgeous bluebells out. So it really, in my mind, that was it. And often that's what happens. Inspiration, it gets you thinking, it brings things to mind. And before you know it, you've got a design. So this is what I'm going to create today. But I do urge you to have a look through your stash, see what you've got and see which of your fairies with your flowers you're going to take. The spirit. Now, could that be wording? Could it be? Like I say, just let your imagination flow. Now, this starts as a piece of multifarious card and it's 5.5 inches. And I cut mine from the A4 pack. And it's just that I tend to use a 6x6 card blank, so that's why I go for 5.5. And this is Lavinia low tack tape. And it's the masking tape. And I'm just going to make myself a frame. Now again, we've got the sticker stencils and it might be you want to use the square sticker stencil. Again, use whatever. What I like about using my masking tape is I can alter the size of my frame if I wish. So I could bring one side a bit narrower. And you know I like the banners. I could come across again and put another and have a little banner across here. So again, it's always nice to come in with lots of different ideas. And I think that helps with Mr. Mojo. So what we'll do, we've got that lovely frame and we'll come in first with Bella. And I'm just going to start with black. So it's the Versafine Clair, the Nocturne. And it's a silhouette stamp. Now also on our socials we have Silhouette Sunday. So this would make a lovely design to add on a Sunday as well. So I'm sort of thinking about coming in about this angle here. And again, a silhouette, so just make sure you don't lift that ink up too soon. Let that ink, sorry, the stamp up too soon. Just let that ink soak in. And then a nice lift up, and look at that. It's just such a beautiful little stamp. Now, I'm teaming this up with the English bluebell to start off with. And I'm going to stay with black because these two are almost going to be my main focal points. And with this being the large bluebell, I'm thinking I just want it sort of partly off the design here. So because I'm stamping across the masking tape, again, I need to make sure I don't lift the stamp up too quickly, but also I give it a bit of extra oomph just where you've got that edge with the masking tape. Now, if for any reason there was a gap there, I could just use my little black fine liner and nobody would ever know. But just try and give it that bit of extra oomph when you get to that stage. So when I was looking through my flowers, we've got a lovely stamp called the Bluebells. Now again, these could be blue, they could be white. We have white harebells here and white bells, or you could make them any colour you wish. But again, what I was thinking of just putting some clumps of these, and it's good, remember, to use your acetate. So I couldn't help but choose our new colour, Adriatic Sea. Now, in my head, it's Adrian Sea. So you know, when I start referring to Adrian Sea, we mean Adriatic Sea. But I thought it's just such a lovely blue colour. And what I'm thinking is, when I was looking at the woods the other week, when we went down to Bedfordshire to do a lovely workshop, that, oh, the bluebells were just... Carl was driving the little van, Eric was in the back, and the bluebells, honestly, I was just looking at them, and you get them in clumps. So I thought I need to make myself some little clumps. So we'll have one here, look, and it's nice to just alter slightly and just carry on second, third, fourth generation. And we'll have another one here. can just angle slightly. And then I'm just going to come in a bit darker there. And it just looks that bit more natural. Little clump there. And so it does look like you can just look through that wood. Now, I just want a little second generation peeping up there. There's a bit of a gap there, so I'll take first off on there, and I just want to pop. You see, that just fills that space. I like that. I'm happy with that. Now, what I do want now is when I looked at the design, I've got some little spaces here, but also here, but I don't want anything too heavy. I don't want anything to take away from our focal point. And also, I need to introduce a little bit of black stamping here, because if I don't, your eye is drawn to the focal point, but then it doesn't look a cohesive design. It doesn't go together. So the way to get around that is we're going to get the orchard grass, and we're going to go back to the black stamping, the black ink. And if I just bring in a couple of stamps, now you see already, can you see that starts to look a much more cohesive design? And it's amazing how a little bit of extra stamping in black can just pull a design together. But also we can just have some stamping just in the distance. That was probably 4th generation look, but it looks like that wispy grass in the distance. Then I'm just going to put one little bit there, just in that corner. And there we go, that finishes. Now remember, this will all go, this will be white, but I'm happy with that and I love that shape. Now you could add a butterfly up here if you wish. I'm going to leave mine as it is because I'm going to bring in the moon mask. And again, I think we're going to use it today as a spotlight. So also, as well as being the moon mask, we're going to spotlight our beautiful Bella. So we'll get rid of the copy paper. Now, with the moon mask, again, we'll turn it upside down and just pop the spotlight. You see, that just fits perfectly. So it's the middle size one, not the small one. And the colours I've gone for, we're going to start off with Mermaid. And then I'm going to introduce a little bit of Blue Lagoon. And then we're going to come in with Dark Denim. So first of all, in the Mermaid. And again, just start at the base. And I just want to introduce that beginning, that blue, sort of a light blue haze. And I'm going to go right up to the tape. But I want it sort of hazy. I don't want it dark. So I'm just moving that ink around, look. And again, it helps clean your brush. Use all that ink that's there. And then move on to, what did I say that colour was? Blue Lagoon. You see, I do forget. I think I've got something like a 2-second memory at the minute, but there we go. Now this I'm just going to bring in, especially at the bottom. Oh, just moved a little bit. Can pop it back. I've got a wobbly moon. This is very subtle, but it just introduces some richer, darker blue tones. And again, just build it up. Don't be in a rush to do this. And again, depending how new your ink pad is, again, will vary. So if I just take that away and turn it round, can you see we've got that lighter and then that darker area? So I'm going to put the lids on the blue because I'm going to come in now with the dark denim, and I've gone down to my number 3 brush. Now, as I say, your number 3 brush, it's smaller. So, you can get in smaller areas, but also it tends to concentrate the ink more. So I can really build up, look, in this corner. And I'm just using the lid as a palette, look. And this, I find it useful to just keep it in my hand. And I want the corner here darker, but also just down at the bottom. I want this quite dark. And again, it will depend on how well used your ink pad is, but you'll know your ink pads. You tend to get to know, don't you, which ones are new, very juicy. I almost think I need 3 on the go each time of each colour. So I've got a new one, very juicy for full-on colour, a medium one, which is just the perfect, and then a light one, just for a light tone of that colour. Obviously I haven't, but in an ideal world, can you imagine if I did that though? How much space I would need? So again, just build it up till you're happy with it. So I'm thinking there, happy with that. And again, it just builds up that contrast in those corners. Maybe just take that up there a little bit more. So it's, yeah, right, stop, faffing. So a couple of things to do now, and I've just got my blue in the Mondeluz, and this is the light blue, so this is number 16. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour here where we've got on the wing. And again, it's funny, when I look at my pencils, I bet you're the same. I see them in the colours of the elements. And I looked at this and thought, yeah, that just looks the perfect colour. And then also what I'm going to do is just go over the bluebell a little. And it's just going to give that hint of that blue. And it's lovely this, because as I say, it just gives you that hint. And then just on his lovely pixie cap here, we'll give that hint of blue. And then what I'm going to do with my clear Wink of Stella is just drag that colour there, but it will just give it a bit of sparkle. We need a bit of sparkle, don't we? A bit of sparkle on there. And then I'm going to come in with, I filed them on the floor next to Eric. Thought I got everything ready, so I do apologise. My white pastel pencil, and just add some little highlights, just shoulder, knee, just where that moon will just catch, and again just a gentle smudge. But for the main highlights, I'm going to come in with my gel pen. And for me, I just use the combination of the pastel and the gel. Now again, Posca's very good for this, the mangaka. I mean, I think for me, they're all as good. Sometimes it just depends what I've actually got close to hand. And then finally, I just want to add some little water splats. So what I'm going to do is just give my moon mask a bit of a wipe, because I'm going to put that back on there just to protect that area. And then with my fan brush, now with your water splatters, they show up more on darker colours, so it won't show up very much on the lighter part up here, but I'll know it's there. And I just want to mop up, I've just got a little water splat there. And I'm just going to give that a couple of minutes just to faux bleach. But in a minute I'm going to add some stickles, so I can get my stickles ready and get myself, I've got an empty, she says, there we go, an empty, see I nearly picked up the wrong one. I have an empty Wink of Stella, one of my original ones, and it's perfect for painting my stickles, so I write on it just so I don't pick up the wrong one. So we'll give that a nice dab. And again, it just takes off a little bit. We can just get that faux bleaching. Now, I will give this a quick little dry with my heated up tool. This does two things. It will dry the card, but also it helps. Did you see the low tack tape? Look, it helps it so it just pops. And then look at that. Such a lovely design. Now again, I'm sure the different stamps you choose, I mean, will they fit in this sort of design? What do you think? Last little finishing touch. And I'm just going to put some stickles on my mat, just because it can be a bit rude sometimes and spit. And if I do it this way, look, I don't use very much and I can put it exactly where I want it. And because I've got such a thin layer, it will also dry quicker. So I'm just going to paint the stickles because I don't want it everywhere. Just want it on these beautiful bluebells. A little bit up here. Just nicely right along the bottom, look, and I can just follow that edge. And I think we've got just the right amount on there. And then all I do on my Inky Binky cleaning cloth, just wipe the end, look, because there was a little bit of blue. This is water reactive. Your stickles is water-based. We've used a dye-based water reactive ink underneath, so it'll just pick up a little bit of the blue. So I'll just give it a wipe. And there we have it. I'm going to leave this without a sentiment because I think this could be used for a birthday card, a get well card, just a thinking of you card, or for some notelets. What about giving a friend a pack of notelets? That would be nice. Could you... I know. You could make a different version of this. This is spring, I'm thinking, because of the spring bluebells. Could you do a Christmas version? Some holly? Change the colours? Greens and reds? Maybe a bit of snow, or keep the blue. Bit of snow. An autumn without... Yep, you see? There you go. Come on, Mr. Mojo. Make me some notelets. So I hope you enter the challenge. Remember, all the information is on the Lavinia Stamps website. And if you come up with a design, please tag me in and add it to our socials. I'd love to see what you do. So thanks as always for spending some time with me. Thanks for popping in. And thanks to those of you that shout and talk to me. I can hear you, you know. And yes, I'm fine, thank you. So you take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.